Hey viewers, welcome to AdvoTalks Courts Bulletin. I am Siraj and we are going to bring you some important legal developments that took place across India. Let's look at the top stories. The Allahabad High Court has recently stated that quashing of a rape case under POCSO Act based on the compromise between the accused and victim is not permissible. The court refused to quash a 9-year-old rape case filed by the victim against the accused on the ground that the matter had been compromised between the parties. The Allahabad High Court opined that Indian families are still shy to get their son or daughter married to another caste due to dark side of the society. The court observed while dealing with a joint plea filed by a victim woman and her accused husband seeking to quash the charge sheet filed under sections 363, 366 of IPC and sections 7 and 8 of the POCSO Act. The Bombay High Court has recently stated that what lawyers are doing in their personal life should not be conflated with the acts in their capacity. The court observed that a lawyer's suspension, even for a few months, can have severe consequences on his standing and future prospects. The Odisha High Court has cleared that the physical presence of the accused is mandatory under section 329(2) of CRPC to assess if unsound mind renders the accused incapable to enter the defense. The Calcutta High Court has ordered that forcing a husband and making him live separately from his parents and calling him an unemployed is an act of cruelty and can be considered as a valid ground for a divorce. The Madras High Court has recently ordered the Regional Passport Authority to reconsider the representation of a man who had applied for an Indian passport. The court has directed the issue of passport to a man whose mother was an Indian citizen and father a Sri Lankan refugee. The Mumbai High Court has granted bail to the hospital owners and a doctor in a connection of giving fake vaccines in various vaccination camps across Mumbai. The court observed that the vaccine has no serious effect on the patients. The Odisha High Court has stated that an extramarital partner of a husband cannot be charged under the Domestic Violence Act merely on the ground that she has lived in the same house where the husband and wife also live. A city civil court in Bangalore has passed an ex parte interim injunction order in order to restrain media from publishing morphed photos of the BJP leader Sanjeeva Matandur. The Congress leader Pawan Khera has approached the Allahabad High Court to quash the FIR registered against him in connection of making unnecessary remarks on PM Modi in a press conference. Khera has moved the High Court days after Supreme Court clubbed the FIRs against him at Varanasi and Assam over the alleged comment and transferred them to Hazratganj police station of Lucknow. The Madhya Pradesh High Court has stated that the second wife of any government employee is not entitled to any family pension if the second marriage was done without giving the divorce to the first wife and without obtaining prior permission of the state government as per Madhya Pradesh Civil Services Rules of 1965. The Supreme Court recently called for review in the decision made in 1992 with relation to the case of CBI versus Anupam Kulkarni in which a person could not be detained in police custody after the expiration of 15 days from the initial days of arrest. Two accused from the Jindal Law School has moved to the Supreme Court in relation to challenging the decision of Punjab and Haryana High Court of 20-year jail term for the accused. Mika Singh, a famous singer, recently approached the Bombay High Court to quash the FIR against him in the matter of molestation case filed by actor Rakhi Sawant in the year 2006. The Delhi court has recently passed an order restraining Aaj Tak, a renowned news channel, from telecasting the narco analysis test recordings of Aftab Poonawalla, the man who is accused of brutally murdering his live-in partner in Delhi. The Patna High Court has recently directed that if a girl feels uncomfortable staying with her mother in any way, even for a temporary circumstances, it should be an important ground in a family court to give favor in case of a father for custody. The Gujarat High Court has issued a notice against Congress MLA Kritikumar Chimanlal Patel regarding the matter of registration of several FIRs against him in the affidavits during the 2022 Assembly elections. The Madras High Court has ordered Life Insurance Corporation of India to return 6.29 lakh rupees compensation paid to a man whose son died in an ONGC gas explosion. The court said that LIC, a public sector undertaking, could not be permitted by the court to claim a benefit from the money that had been awarded to a poor man whose teenage son had died in an accident. The Gujarat High Court recently held that no unrestricted freedom is available to meat vendors, sellers and slaughterhouses to run the slaughter businesses even on the name of religious occasions if they do not comply with the animal laws. The Karnataka High Court has recently repealed the temporary injunction order of a civil court in Bengaluru to restrain IPS officer Rupa Modgil from publishing any defaming statement against IAS officer Rohini Sindhuri. The actor Anushka Sharma and her cricketer husband Virat Kohli has recently given consent on quashing the FIR and charge sheet filed by them against a student who was accused of giving a rape threat to their 11-month-old infant. While refusing to grant relief to the illegal meat shops, the Gujarat High Court has said that the right to consume safe and hygienic food is part of Article 21 of the Indian Constitution. The Delhi High Court has sought the stand of the Enforcement Directorate on the bail plea of Mr. Vijay Nair, who is a businessman and an Aam Aadmi Party's communication in charge in connection with a money laundering case related to the alleged Delhi liquor policy scam. The Delhi High Court has upheld the government notification that levies GST on auto rickshaws booked through app-based aggregators like Uber and Ola. The Kerala High Court has set aside the additional session court's decision of culpable homicide charges against IAS officer Sriram Venkatraman under section 185 and 184 of Motor Vehicle Act. The Bombay High Court has recently set aside an order not permitting a woman to adopt her sister's child on the ground that she is a single working woman and will not be able to give proper care to the child. Patna High Court has ordered Rahul Gandhi to appear in the court before 25th of April in the matter of defamation charges filed by the Rajya Sabha MP Sushil Modi. In a significant order, the Supreme Court has dismissed appeals filed by Odisha government and Anil Agarwal Foundation and upheld Odisha High Court's 2010 decision of quashing the land acquisition for establishing Vedanta University along the Puri Konark Marine Drive. The acquisition was about 6,000 acres of land belonging to nearly 6,000 families, which affected roughly 30,000 people. The Bombay High Court ruled that the misuse of judicial proceedings to harass celebrities is not fair and quashed a case against Salman Khan filed by the state of Maharashtra. A day after lawyer Chandan Kumar Chaturvedi was brought to the court in handcuffs for production before the magistrate before being sent to jail, lawyers at the Jajarpur court boycotted work on Wednesday in a protest. The National Green Tribunal has recently ordered the Chief Secretary of UP to take serious actions against the increasing water pollutants in the river Yamuna. The Kerala High Court has dismissed a PIL filed against Dulquer Salman for his movie Kuroop. The court stated that the movie was inspired by the life of a proclaimed offender, Sukumara Kuroop, who was also called as India's longest wanted fugitive. The Kerala High Court refused to give bail to the former Principal Secretary and Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan in the matter of money laundering registered against him in connection with its probe into the Life Mission project. The Uttarakhand High Court has issued notice to the environmental departments of Union and State in a public interest litigation regarding the deteriorating environmental conditions in Mussoorie. The PIL was seeking several directions for compliance of the water, environment, biomedical, construction and demolition waste management, e-waste, the hazardous and other waste. That's all for now. For getting more updates, press the bell icon. Do like and share the videos on our YouTube channel, Advertalks.